Here we are at Cadwell Park in Lincolnshire for round 5 of 6 of the 2024 British Sidecar Championship. This round being run at the British Sidecar Revival meeting, which has attracted a big crowd. Race 2 and 3 took place on Sunday, and we caught up between those races with table-topping drivers Sam Laidlow and Lewis Blackstock. We asked Lewis what happened in race 1, which saw you drop back from the lead.
Just had a small problem with butterfly valve on the every time I shut the throttle off, it just cuts out.
You're having some great starts leading to Coppice over the weekend. How do you do that?
Yeah, that's it. Once it gets going, it seems to pull really well. Once we get to like second, third, it seems to go really well.
Sam and Jack Laidlow also had an issue in the first race, so things stay tight at the top.
Yeah, that's it. They have a problem. We seem to have a problem at the same time, so it's just it's just what it is. How I look at it.
We spoke to Jack Laidlow to find out what happened to them in race 2 of the weekend.
Yeah, we just a couple of issues in that race. Like we think should be back on for tomorrow, for the next race this afternoon. It's just one of those races. Sometimes you just get a bad race. Everyone has it. It just happened to be that I was with today. So.
Championship is tight at the top, and you take a 7.5 point lead into race 3.
But exactly, yeah. We came into the week with an 8.5 point. Went down to 1.5 point yesterday, and then today it's back up to 7. So, yeah, going to just go see what we can take away from it.
What's the plan for race 3?
Just get our heads down, just grit our teeth. It's the last race of the weekend. We're not out for another a fair few weeks here with the British. So just put everything we can into this. That's 14 laps.
Everybody who matters goes, put it that way. All the men are at the sharp end, they're all at the front of the grid. It's going to be interesting to see what Christie's can do. And can Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement lead from pole position and win the race from lights to flag? Laidlow, impressive to say the least, still leading the overall championship by 7.5 points from the people lining up just ahead of them. The 95 red and black bike. The Express Tyres DHR, Dave Holden Racing bike, the Yamaha of Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. Behind them, the yellow 77 of Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes. Then it's Sam and Tom Christie alongside Steve Kershaw, Ryan Charwood, Kevin Cable, Charlie Richardson alongside Paul Kirby and Tom Kirby on the ARS Adolf Yamaha. Second in the Cup class. Watch for the lights. The lights are on. The lights are on. Blackstock's got a clear run. He's alongside and he's got Ellis off the line. So Blackstock is leading into Coppice. Where's Tim Reeves? Tim Reeves getting sharper all the time. Slots into third place ahead of what looked like the Christie brothers. But a terrific start. The clutch bit and away it went. Blackstock and Rosney got the drop from the word go. No throttle body problems now, Bradley. They're with you.
Yeah, they're looking at making the break already. Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement up ahead now. Of the 77, the classic Yamaha colours, the yellow, white and black of Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes. That's your top three then, 95, 6 and 77 as they go down the back straight then up towards Park Corner. You would not believe how late on the brakes they are as they go around that right hand of them. But I'm looking up towards Chris Curve now, and there is the red machine, number 95, Paul Blackstock and Rosney out in front. Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement there, and the sidecar wheel all over the rumble strip on the inside there for the number 6, the reigning double world champions of Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement. They're through Mansfield now, and already touching the pace of these guys. Back with you.
Well, Blackstock and Rosney looking like they're up there. I did the Laidlow brothers a disservice. They were third going into Coppice and up round the top. We'll have to wait and see when they come down. They're hurtling down now at the foot of the mountain, and over the top they go. Just whistling past the arm car. Won't be able to identify until they come out of Barn Corner. In behind the trees now. It's quite humid. Track conditions are absolutely perfect. The wall is packed with supporters and pit boards. It's all going to be go, this one. Blackstock and Rosney from Ellis and Clement. Tim Reeves up to third, ahead of Sam and Jack Laidlow. Then it's Kershaw. Then it's the Christies. The Christies then in 6th place. Pulled out of the earlier one, as I said, due to the track conditions not to their liking. Mick Bell going strongly as well. The rest of them all streaking through here. 1 or 2 non-starters, but the men who matter. And at the back, Craig Hawkswell and Kirsty Hawkswell, the father and daughter pairing into Coppice. The Has-Beens duo riding well together. Must be nice, I did a little bit with my son back in the day, in the mid 90s, and it's so nice to race with a family member in the chair. Good stuff. That was motocross, not tarmac. That's true. Yeah, but that wasn't on my mind at the time, I can tell you. Right then, Blackstock leading Ellis. This is the supreme test for Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rossi. Tim Reeves has got his hands full with Sam and Jack Laidley. They are racing head-to-head with an 8 times world champion, a man who's vastly experienced. He's forgotten more than they'll ever learn, I suspect, in their short careers or young careers. Certainly more than they've learned so far. But Blackstock now over the line, holding that advantage. 0.582, he stretched it. It was 0.4 last time. Reeves has got his hands full of the Laidlow brothers, and they must be absolutely loving this. And then over the line, that looks like is that Craig Clark going well? Craig Clark right in the middle. There's Cable and Richardson. Cable and Richardson in 7th place ahead of Paul and Tom Kirby. Then it's John Holden, Clement Cornell. So George Holden has not made the grid. Remiss of me not to have noticed that when they were lining up. But the fact is there was so much going on at the sharp end. Atkinson and Middleton in 13th. Pottinger Dodds. Hawkswell's at the back. And there they go, over the line now. Where are they, Bradley?
Well, race leaders coming down once again on the gooseneck into Mansfield, and it is still as you were, 95 and the 6th. Then it's the Laidlow brothers up next in 3rd, Tim Reeves and Mark Wilson. It looks as though that Steve Kershaw and Ryan Charwood were trying to make a challenge as they went up towards Park Corner. It is still as they were as they came across the line the previous time around there. But Christie's right there with them, so it's a 3-way battle for that final rostrum position. 4-way battle, my apologies. Christie's are right there on the rear wheel. There's 29 to go through the bottom of the mountain there. But Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rossi, if Paddy has a look over his shoulder, he will see that big number 6 of the reigning world champions behind him.
Here they come then into the bottom of the mountain. Blackstock and Rossi looking really strong. I'm looking through the gap in the armcar. I get a momentary flash. And over they go, round and into and over the start line now. Blackstock and Rossi, watch the, still holding it. And the Laidlow brothers are ahead of Reeves, and Reeves has got his hands full with Kershaw and Charwood now. Kershaw and Charwood and Sam and Tom Christie are right down the back wheel of Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes. So a brilliant ride by Sam and Jack Laidlow up to 3rd at the moment. So they've overtaken the 10 times world champion. There with you, Bradley, away you go.
Contested indeed. It's a triple one machine coming through now. That's Kevin Clark and Chaz Richardson, the pairing from Braintree then on the LMW racing machine. As the race leaders again round the gooseneck then, a little bit of dust being kicked up from the Laidlows on the number 84 outfit, down that steep decline into Mansfield then. And I'm looking for Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes, and they've lost a whole load of time here, Barry. I'm not sure what's happened here for the number 77 machine, but they are in 5th position and quite some way behind.
Obviously a problem then. Tim Reeves going backwards. Laidlow boys in 3rd. Kershaw in 4th. Sam and Tom Christie in 5th. Yeah, Tim Reeves, Mark Wilkes dropping back. They have a mechanical problem. No question of that. Watching these guys then over the top. And they're now through Hall Bends. They're down at the old hairpin now behind the trees. What's the gap going to be? It was 0.59 last time over, but Todd Ellis has pulled that back. Going to be about 0.4, I reckon. Oh, still 5.95. Laidlow's go over. A good 3rd place. Kershaw then with 34. Sam and Tom Christie on the Hannafin Yamaha behind. Then a big gap. And will we see Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes come out of the woods? I don't know. You've got the top 5 with you now, Bradley. Kevin Cable just going past the start.
Welcome here. I think Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes have retired back to the paddock there, Barry. So unfortunately, the 8-time world champion on outfit number 77 out of this race. The top 4 have come past now, and they're up towards Park Corner. In fact, the top 5 have gone by now. Of course, the Laidlows in what's become a relatively lonely 3rd place. I don't know what kind of lap times the Laidlow brothers are doing there, but they're certainly putting more distance between themselves and that battle for 4th place. Currently being led by Steve Kershaw and Ryan Charwood, but the Christies are right there with them still.
8 laps to go, dropping down then. round Mansfield they come, and they're going to burst into view as I look back. Yes, it's still Blackstock and Rosny, Ellis and Clement just stalking them down. Is Todd Ellis going to use his Cadwell Park skill to pop out in the closing laps? But Sam and Jack Laidlaw, absolutely fantastic third place. Kershaw still with the Christies, hunting him down. A hand in the air as into pit lane come Craig and Kirsty Hawkswell. And we're waiting for the leaders now to come round and out of barn, and now Todd Ellis is visibly closer this time. Still the Laidlaw brothers are right there in third. The gaps come down to .362. Kershaw and Sam and Tom Christie ahead of him bike. Over the line they go. This is the best ride from Kershaw of the three races so far this weekend. And then a big gap before we get back to sixth place with Kevin Cable and Charlie Richardson.
Just watching the fourth and fifth place positions come through now. Of course, there's a 29 and the 34. 29 is Steve Kershaw and Stuart Clark. And sorry, it's not Stuart Clark, of course, is it? It's Ryan Charwood in the chair with number 29 machine of Steve Kershaw. But round the Chris curve comes our race leaders, and it is still the red from the blue. 95 leads number 6, Lewis Blackstock, Paddy Rosny with a couple of tenths advantage over Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement, but they do gain as they go in towards Mansfield. Of course, that's where they made the move yesterday. Probably helped out by the fact that Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosny had mechanical issues, but they're into the chicane now, and the gap is as close as ever.
Yeah, Todd Ellis right on the back now of Blackstock. Blackstock and Rosny still have it. We're 7 laps to go, so still an awful lot of racing before we get to the exciting conclusion of this, and it's going to be, there's nothing between these top two crews as they go through. Still the Laidlaw boys still holding third, a very good third, and protecting that overall championship lead. Kershaw still in fourth. The Christie boys still in fifth, and then some 20 seconds behind Kevin Cable. But over the line again to complete yet another lap. Lewis Blackstock, Paddy Rosny seem to have eked out just a little bit, half a second. So it seesaws up and down, backwards and forwards. They gain a bit, they lose a bit. They get closed in a bit by Todd Ellis, a self-confessed Cadwell specialist. And what a job they've done this weekend. Blackstock and Rosny, but for a retirement, would have made it an absolutely brilliant weekend for them, and they would have marched on and increased their standings lead. But this is racing, and as we always say in racing, Bradley, anything can happen and nearly always does.
Yeah, absolutely. It's never over until it's over. It's cliched for a reason. But we're watching them as they come around the Chris curve once again. And Sam and Jack Laidlaw, they're gaining just a little bit. I don't have the lap times here, unfortunately, Barry, but to Sam and Jack Laidlaw, they seem a bit closer than what they were a lap or two ago.
Well, fastest lap from Todd Ellis, 1:33.692. Laidlaw's are about 3 seconds off the back of Todd Ellis last time round, and I'll see what happens when they come through. But they're now coming up and over the mountain, and I'm waiting for them to come through into Hall Bends. Fantastic battles. Todd Ellis still there, still Laidlaw's flashing through the gap in the Armco in front of the clubhouse. Then it's Kershaw and the Christies. But let's see what this gap is. Laidlaw 3.484 off the lead last time round, and half a second Todd Ellis trails Lewis Blackstock by. Laidlaw is visibly closer. That is 0.6 and 3. Yeah, Laidlaw's are closing in. Todd Ellis is 6.63 down on Blackstock, and pretty much 3 seconds dead. Laidlaw's off the lead, so they're closing down. They're getting second wind here. 5 laps to go then. 5 laps to go, and what a race we've got. It's building to a fantastic conclusion.
Well, the pace at the moment does seem to be with Sam and Jack Laidlaw as they make their way towards the far end of the circuit, up towards Park Corner there, around that 90-degree right-hander, get the power down and throw it into that long right-hander of Chris Curve. That's where our top 3 are at the moment then. Around the right-hander, over to the left-hand side then. Paddy Rosny throws his way to the inside of the gooseneck then. Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement right there with them, but Sam and Jack Laidlaw, the gap last time, as you say, around about 2.5 seconds or so as they cross the line. But this time around, let's have a 1, 2, around about 2.5 seconds at this stage again between Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement, with the Laidlaws behind them. That battle still raging on. 4th position between Stephen Kershaw and Ryan Charwood, with Sam and Tom Christie
Yeah, it is, and also the battle that the Christie boys are having with Steve Kershaw and Ryan Charwood is another great scrap. Further down the order, John Holden in 7th. The Kirby boys are in. Arkanensa running out the top 10 ahead of Rob Atkinson and Mark Middleton, Mick Bell, Pottinger, and as we know, Reeves and Hawkswell both out of the running. Such a shame to see Tim Reeves go. Over the line goes Kershaw, over the line goes Christie. The leaders must almost be with you, if not they're at Charlie's.
Yeah, they're coming around Charlie's now. Get the power down as they come down the front straight there. Such a corner speed from the 600cc machines. Of course, they're highly stressed as well with the two riders on these outfits as they go up towards Park Corner once again. There goes the 29 machine of Kershaw and Charwood. The Christians right behind them as well. I'm looking towards Charlie's once again for the outfit in 6th position. That's Kevin Cable and Charlie Richardson. Then the 111 machine will be here, I'm sure, any moment now. But the race leaders out of my sight momentarily as they go into the gooseneck then. And Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney with a gap around about half a second as they cross the line. Pretty much equidistant this time around as well. Again, spits of flame from the exhaust there for the Laidlows as they make their way down in towards Mansfield. But the leaders, 2nd place and 3rd position all through the chicane.
Laidlows appeared to be closing in on the clock last time, but visibly on track, it doesn't look like it. Although Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney have done enough at the moment to keep Todd Ellis at bay. It was 0.6 last time. Over the top they go. Laidlows go through at the top into Holbens and then down to the old hairpin. That very tight right-hander where you have to get it stopped, turned and squirted down the hill towards Barn. Barn where there used to be a shed. 1 or 2 people have ended up in the shed and the lake in years gone by, but it's Blackstock now from Ellis. 0.6 last time. What is it? 0.7. So he's eked out another 10th. Kershaw's definitely gapped the Christie boys, so they are there in 5th. Kershaw and Charwood having a good ride, but they're not in touch with the leading trio. The leading trio are having a battle all of their own, but Blackstock and Rosney are in the pound seats at the moment with 3 laps to go, and it's going to build to a crescendo. Is Todd Ellis keeping his powder dry? Has he got something in the bag? What do you think, Bradley? Silence is the reply. You counting your money or something, son? Well, no reply from Bradley out there. He's gone all quiet. He's gone all quiet up at the top there. Maybe he's popped outside for a call of nature. You never know. It's so exciting. Anything can happen. But down they come. Down through, and it's all Todd Ellis is close now. He's on the back of Blackstock as they come towards me along the bottom into the foot of the mountain. Up and over the mountain. Ellis is going to be a lot closer than 0.7 over the line next time they come, and then it'll be 2 laps to go when they go over. Then we'll get the last lap, and then it will be game on to the checker. The tail enders now will be a factor, there's no doubt about it. Blackstock and Rosney will be in among Pottinger and Mick Bell, I think. Here they come. Todd Ellis is closer. He's definitely wound in the race leader. This will be about 0.3. It is 3.57. And now the Laidlow boys very much off the back because Todd Ellis has upped his game. There's no doubt about it. Kershaw and Charwood, are you still there, Bradley? You're spasmodic. Fiddle with the connection. Battery gone, we reckon. You need recharging, mate. Okay, never mind. I've got it. Don't worry. Blackstock and Rosney then. Away they go. I'm following them up on the timing screen round the back. The tail enders will definitely be a factor here. Down they come. Andy Peach. I can see the tail enders going through. The rest of them coming down. The first sight I get of these boys out of the gooseneck is down to the chicane at Mansfield and then squirting along to me. Mick Bell, Gordon Pottinger come into view. Then it's Blackstock and Rosney with Todd Ellis right behind him. They are going to catch the back-enders in the woods. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be among the trees into Hall Bends when they close up on Mick Bell and Gordon Pottinger. They're right with them now. This is where it's going to be nip and tuck. Hope nobody does anything silly in the woods. There's not room for 2 outfits at the old hairpin. looking for them now to burst out at Barn corner. It's Barn swinging it right. There's Bell, there's Pottinger, there's Blackstock. Is he going to go right? Is he going to go left? He's going right alongside. Todd Ellis comes out of the slipstream as well past Gordon Pottinger. Has a look at the inside at Coppice underneath Blackstock, but there's no way through. Blackstock has now got Mick Bell ahead of him. Have you changed your battery, Bradley? No, is the firm reply. Silence. It's all me. I'm invisible. What we could do, there's a drone over there. A drone takes on a new meaning in today's modern world, doesn't it? But here they'd be peaceful drones, I can assure you, in Lincolnshire. Well, we hope so anyway. No long-range drones here. We're doing it by guesswork. I've got a little sequence of graphics going around on a screen telling me what's happening at the moment. It looks like Todd Ellis has got a puncture because he's bobbling on the screen. He's wobbling backwards and forwards, not in real life, on my screen, waiting for them to come into view now. There's Gordon Pottinger, I think. No, that's not. That's Rob Atkinson coming through the bottom. Here's Blackstock. It's still Ellis behind. Next time over the line. One lap to go, and we're on the penultimate lap now, so this is it. What's it going to be? Fantastic, fantastic stuff. Is Blackstock going to be able to do something here? Is he going to hold off Todd Ellis, or has Todd Ellis saved something and saved the best till last? All in the woods now, right among the traffic. Checker flag is still out, the last lap flag is still out here at the finish line. Checker flag being ready. Over goes Blackstock. He's held him off. Blackstock takes victory from Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement. That was a sensational race. Second place then for the double world champion. Laidlow's get third. Kershaw gets fourth. Christie's go over in fifth. John Holden, Clement Corneille gets sixth place. Wow, what a race that was. Two more laps, who knows? It was shortened to 12, scheduled 14. We actually did 12, but what a race it was, and what a fantastic battle. And Blackstock then will have wound in a few more points. It was 7.5. I'll do the sums afterwards, but it's 25, 22, 20. So he's pulled in 5 points. The gap now 2.5 points again. What a seesaw ride it's been at the top of the overall classification. And what a demonstration of world-class sidecar racing that was. Quick summary then. Blackstock, the victor. Ellis, Laidlow, there's your top three. Kershaw, Christie, Holden, Cable, the Kirby boys, no relation. Paul and Tom Kirby, just good mates, some very good mates indeed. 8th place, Peach, Clark, Atkinson, 11th, Mick Bell and Pottinger. They were the last two men home. Well, that's me. Nearly lie down time in a dark room. I'm going to hand back to Keith because he's been on the radio. He knows what's going on.
Well, I can tell you, Barry, thank you so much for joining us this weekend. Really good to hear your dulcet tones over the airways once again. It really is nice working with you. Genuinely enjoy it. Bradley likes working with you too, so much so that you flattened his battery for him.